back. So let's just talk about human emotions. It's very interesting study human emotions and behaviors, which is quite seen in clinical psychology and one of my very favorite area. I studied emotions, human emotions from the books of Susan Hoksema, and she explained in a very spiritual way. Every emotions can be observed, and it got its spiritual inclinations, and the in the mythological book we can see those emotions exhibiting into different characters and forms. And in today's life, when the environment is very pathological, due to lack of much opportunities and industrial, like lack of development and lack of opportunities, people come up with different concepts and make the environment much more pathological to act, react, and exist. Well, the human emotions is very beautiful, and if you tend to observe its pattern, it is coming from deep root belief systems, the belief system which has shaped you or developed you from a long years, and probably have some childhood traumas or childhood imprint upon those human emotions and behavioral pattern can be observed. So, in my understanding, one of the beautiful studies which I have done is studying the cancer patients and understanding the importance of life through them. And trust me, you meet one cancer patient and they will change you and make you realize the importance of every breath you take and valuing it and being gratifying to God and saying thanks for this life. It's very important because they fight for life and they will teach you to value life. Here we are, dominated or being more stubborn, be sabotaging our feelings, or probably or dominating on other people, fighting for some reasons, and we kill the life. We kill the entire process of the life. The process of the life is the flow of beauty, the flow of peace, the flow of immense of knowledge, tranquility, and being more positive, being more loving and caring and trusting the process of the God, the deities, how they gonna shape you, how they gonna build you. And we try to overtake on everything, and we place our own judgment. Trust me, there is no perfect judge. Even the judge knows whatever I am judging on another human life, it is just subjective with the evidences and my role to play. But even he cannot judge you because it's not in the hand of anyone to judge anybody or have your own interpretation about somebody. You're framing your thoughts, what you perceive, what you have observed, and what you feel, from a layman perspective. But if you have not studied about human behaviors, if you have not studied about pattern of mental disorders or pattern of psychological behaviors and interpretations of the clusters of A, B, C from diagnostic and statistical manual, and if you never studied these books at all, psychological books, you cannot frame your interpretation properly. You understand that? So we are framing from a layman perspective. Laymans are not someone who is highly educated or probably have certifications of any sort. They form based upon their ego, their emotions, their hatredness, their jealousy, their compatibilities, and their way of competition, and their own perceived notions. And those perceived notions are in clinical perspective called as delusional belief systems. And those delusional belief systems nothing but pathological in nature. So one should come out of spying or observing someone or framing your own interpretation onto somebody's life. You may never know how that person is on the other end and what their potentials are, what they can do for you, or what they can do for the people or the society in general. Well, society is changing. We are changing. We are about to change. We have to change. And we have to come up with something which is intellectual, educative, and supportive rather than sabotaging or controlling or dominating and becoming a hollow man. You remember when a person goes to another person, they become the real ghost in himself. Okay? And when you spy on another person, you become hollow within you. So it has a repercussion of every actions what you do. So stop, wait, watch, think. Are you utilizing this moment of looking to another person or another person's personal life, which you're not supposed to do at all? You know, it's something personal and confidential, private. And we should have always keep that boundaries on and never cross those limitations and enter to somebody else's world and could say like, hey, you know what, I know you and you've been doing this and that and whatever. In clinical psychology, when I've been interviewing cancer patients, they ask me to take a consent first. Consent or authorization in order to investigate your world and enter in your personal world, in your personal space, and ask you a really uncomfortable questions that could touch your emotions, your feelings, and your personal life. And when they say yes, you can enter. If they have a problem, not to ask too much deeper meanings or too much interferences, you need to take a step back and apologize to them. Unfortunately, in the business place, in the business world, people take that pride and honor and power to spy on another person or to look into their world and observe them and place their own judgments. It's so foolishness. And indeed, you are sabotaging your own good character, making yourself much more toxic and hollow within yourself. This brings more darkness within you, and people will feel no comfortable to work with you. And trust me, such darkness can be of no good in the organization, neither for your position or for you or not for the company in general. It actually kills and shows your impotency or incompetency. When someone believes in the feeling, that feeling expressed to you, what is the reality, what is the truth behind the closed words. And the feelings are such a pure emotions which has no shape, no face. It cannot be touched, intangible, infinite. It can be only felt, and that's the beauty of it. You cannot lie those feelings. If that feelings can touch you or to one person in the crowd, you are making your impact. The feelings are so pure, it can be felt with your words, with the intonations of your dialects, with your voice, the way you feel, what you think.